Hello, it's Linda Terjesen, LTLTE, Learn to Love to Exercise. I'm here today in my Florida office. Please say hello as you're coming on. Let me know as always where in the world you are watching from, because I know there's ladies here from all over, which is super exciting because I love to travel and I love to see the world and I love to meet people from different parts of the world. So let me know as you're coming on if you can hear me. And also, if you can see me okay, is my lighting okay? I'm trying to get used to my new Floridian office. And also, where are you watching from? I see you coming on here, a couple of you, so say hello. And then I'm always confused with the head turning sometimes. It's like, okay, am I right, left side? What is this? So let me know if you can hear me okay. Today, what I want to talk about is a topic about feeling better or feeling familiar, because a lot of times we like to stay comfortable. Let me know below who likes to be comfortable. Write comfy below if you want to stay comfortable. Write comfy below. Do hashtag live so that I know that you're here on the live. I'm going to try to make sure that I can see this on my phone as well, because sometimes with Chrome, these lives don't always work as well. But I see somebody's watching here with me, I believe. So say hi. And better or familiar? Hi, Maryland, Yorktown, Virginia. Where in Virginia is that? Is it close to DC? I have a couple of clients in Virginia. One right now, and I think she's in Fairfax, that I met in this group actually. So that's exciting. But thanks for tuning in. And the topic is being better or being familiar. So if you want to be familiar, if you want to stay comfortable, write comfy down below. Hi, ambitious, done. What a cool name that is. Is that your real name? Is it really ambitious? Bella J from California. That's where I'm based actually, is in Orange County, SoCal. Where are you, Bella? I love Cali. I miss it, but I will be going back there soon in about 9 days. So, being better, what does that mean? Well, being better means that we want to get better, right? And it is a difficult task to improve ourselves because it all starts up here, right? Ambitious says it's Andrea. Okay, I like that name. I like Andrea. You have a little disguised name for Facebook, maybe. I know one of my clients has that as well. Boston, Massachusetts. What kind of temperature is it there? Believe it or not, in Florida today, it's 61, which it actually seems a lot cooler. And tonight we're going to have a low of 46. That's pretty cold for Florida. Long Beach, oh my God, Bella J, you are like super close. Well, about a half hour, but that's super close in California because everything is so spread apart. Oh, Maryland, you're on the coast. That is awesome. Next question, Maryland, how close are you to OBX, Outer Banks, North Carolina? Are you close to that? Because that's one of my favorite beach places on the East Coast. Ambitious says 70 degree. We have snowstorm. Ooh, that's cold. I don't like the snowstorm. I actually grew up in Norway where there's a lot of snow. There's a lot of precipitation. Actually, more precipitation than Seattle, believe it or not. And I had to get out of there because it's just too cold for me. California's nice. It's warm, but it's not super hot like in Florida. But now is a good time of the year to be in Florida. So here's where I am with my mama. And if you have ever been to Florida, let me know what your favorite part is. I'm in Treasure Island, which is in the Tampa region. So back to the topic. Being better, what I tell my clients, we were covering this on a Zoom the other day, is really having a strong desire. Because if we don't have the strong desire, we are not very likely to take action. If you agree with that, place the word agree in the comments. So we have to have a strong desire, and that also resonates with having a strong why, which I'm sure you've heard also in your business, how important it is to have a strong why. Why is your business important? And feel free to drop in the comments, what do you do for your business? And why is it important? What is your big why? The same thing with our mindset, with our health overall. Super important to have a strong why, because then we are more likely to stick with it over the long term, because changing ourselves and becoming a better person isn't always the easiest to do, because we are so, especially as we grow older, like myself and older than me, I'm 53, is we're so set in our ways, right? And we can get more stubborn, and it can be harder to implement these changes that we so know that we need to implement, but it's hard because we are just set in our ways. If you are set in your ways, put stubborn below if you feel like you're a little bit stubborn. And I think we all are, really. It's just a matter of if we're willing to admit it or not. So having the desire, having the why, and then second, what I told my clients the other day is really having the willingness to change. Being willing to change. Because let's face it, we can all join different programs, different courses. We can do all these different things, and we can spend the money to do them. But unless we are willing to change, nothing is going to change. Bella says lazy. Thanks for being honest. I know that's an honest answer for sure. So being willing to change it's so important, right? Because if not, how are you going to change if you're not willing to change? It's not going to happen magically. There's no magic pill. Whether you are working with a business coach, or whether you are working with a health coach, relationship coach, financial coach, whatever kind of coach you're working with, it does not help to change and to grow your business, to change your health, to grow your relationship, all of that, unless you actually are willing to make some changes. Because I was working with a couple of ladies, and they had a tax office, and then I went to see them in person at the end of their program. I went to see them, and they had made such amazing changes. They had lost close to 25 pounds, both of them, in 3 months, which is a really good change. And of course, it's not easy. They were very determined. They put in a lot of effort. But when I went to their office, one of their coworkers came up to me and goes, "Oh, you're the one." And I said, "No." I said, "I'm not the one." I said, "They are the one. They are the one putting in the effort. They are the ones who made the change. I am just providing the guidelines, the accountability, the support, the strategy, but they are the ones making the change." Does this make sense? If it makes sense, just write sense below. Oh, Marilyn, 2 hours from OBX. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you go there a lot, because I love it. So having that willingness to change. If not, you're just fooling yourself if you think that, hey, I'm going to put money towards something, but I'm not really going to change. I'm just going to read, and I'm going to maybe follow along in the course, but I'm not actually going to do anything. And that goes to having the belief. So if you don't have the belief that you can actually do it, it's going to be a lot harder process for you. Because again, it all goes back to the mindset. And if you agree with that, write mindset in the comments. So let me just reply here to Bella. Bella J, how do you say your last name? Zazueta? That's a cool last name. But I want to say thanks for being honest, because a lot of times we're not honest, and we may be shy or ashamed or embarrassed or something to actually tell the truth, which that's what's going to help us, is tell the truth. But having the belief that you can do it, that is what it takes. Having the faith and actually seeing and thinking about, ooh, how is it that I want to feel in the future? And what is it that I want to be? How do I want to be? How can I be better? And really thinking about what it is you want, and putting those positive thoughts into your head, believing it, saying positive affirmations to yourself. All of that is so key in order to have success. And of course, what else? What else does it take to be successful? Any clues? Any guesses here? Let me know. Let me know as I respond to a couple of others. I want to see if you have any guesses as to what I'm going to say lastly with becoming better. So, lastly with becoming better, what it takes, of course, is action. We can plan, we can prepare, we can think about stuff, we can research, we can read, we can do all this stuff. Nothing happens without taking action, and also consistent action. We need to have the consistency, we need to have the repetition in order to actually see the results. The results don't always come right away. When it comes to your body, becoming a healthier body, losing weight, gaining muscle, getting stronger, becoming more flexible, eating better, all of these things, improving your mindset, all of this takes time. We don't always get that instant gratification. We don't always see that right away. And that sometimes is why people love to go to, say, McDonald's and have a juicy burger, because they get the instant gratification versus walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes. You don't get that instant gratification. However, you do get to feel a lot better. So, mindset, personal development, we need to continuously work on these in order to improve ourselves. And I would love to know, oh, Marilyn says habits. Yes, that's a big part of it. And with the consistent action, Marilyn, that is how we develop these habits. That's the first part of the New Me Academy, is developing healthy habits before we can actually make it a lifestyle, and before we can make that lifestyle something automatic, just like brushing our teeth. Hi, Makeda, I'm not sure how to say your name, I'm sorry. You are most welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. So, personal development, working on the mindset, whether that is working with a coach or going to events or seminars, whether they're online, probably more so now than in person, reading positive books, saying affirmations, all of this positivity. Makeda, thank you so much. How to stay consistent. You know what the best thing to do is? Just to do it. Because let me tell you why, Makeda. If you think about staying familiar, what happens with when you stay familiar is you stay exactly the way you are. You stay in the past. You have the same thoughts, you have the same feelings, you have the same knowledge, you have the same experience. You live in the past, and you are overthinking a lot, and you may be like resisting things. And with the overthinking, you could be like, well, should I do it now? Should I do it later? Maybe I'll wait till later because maybe I don't feel like it right now. I was talking about consistency with my clients the other day, and it's really just telling yourself just to do it. So think about, Makeda, what are you consistent with on a daily basis? Brushing the teeth is probably one. What else? And for you others who are listening to, what else are you doing consistently every single day? And say it's brushing your teeth, right? Probably, and hopefully we all do that every single day. How did you come to do that? It was something that you learned, and you started doing it because you knew that it was healthy for your teeth. Your parents probably told you, you had to do it or else. And you just started doing it. And then the more you did it, the more it became automatic. So with the consistency, it's really just to do it. Stop the overthinking. Stop pondering about it and really like being scared of it, but instead focus on how you're going to feel afterwards. Because, for example, if you go outside and you go for a walk, most likely you know that when you come back, you are going to feel better. You're going to be more refreshed. You're going to have more energy. This all leads to more productivity, especially as an entrepreneur. So you're going to have a lot of great benefits from doing the walk. But how do you stay consistent is to think about, how did I feel yesterday when I went for the walk? Oh my God, I felt so good. I was refreshed. I had more energy. I slept better that night. I was able to get a lot more stuff done. My jeans actually felt a little bit better when I put them on the next day. Thinking about all these things that make you feel better is going to help you be more consistent, because you're going to want to do it. It's going to help motivate you, right? Does that make sense? Let me know. And I'm just gonna say something here to Marilyn. Healthy habits are the first part of the New Me Academy. So important. Yes, yes, yes. So let me know if that was helpful, Makeda, as far as the consistency, or if you have any more questions. I love questions, so please post them into the comments there. So again, being better is the same as focusing on how you're feeling, focusing on the possibilities instead of the lack, instead of all the roadblocks. Focus on what's possible. And you know that if anybody has done something, you can do it too. It is possible. It is out there. We actually already have it, but we need to get it into the head. And that is with also consistency, with saying positive things to ourselves. Awesome, Makeda. I'm so glad that was helpful. Let me know what you struggle with the most, Makeda, as far as being consistent. And then also, let me just finish that typing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so with immediate action, what I like to do personally, I like to take action. I like to take immediate action. With that, I also like to make quick decisions. Because if we take a really long time to think about stuff, we are probably going to talk ourselves out of it. Because we're just thinking, and we're getting the head churning. And then it's like, hey, why should I do it? Why, should I really do it? You find all these reasons why maybe you shouldn't do something, so you could talk yourself out of something that is really awesome and that you really, really need. So what I do, I recently hired a new coach, and I'm super excited to work with her. And what I love is that I can really resonate, because she is of similar age to me. She is a female, and I've worked with a lot of coaches in the past for my business. And what happens is a lot of these coaches are younger, a lot of them are male, and we can't relate as much to one another. My last coach, a male, 20 years younger than me, he couldn't really figure me out. And he was like, wow, I could talk with you for like 10 hours, but I still can't give you everything you need, because he couldn't get into my head the way that probably most likely a female can that is around my age. Does that make sense to you all? And if you've worked with coaches of different ages, different genders, what are your thoughts on this? I would love to know. Because what I tell my clients, how I am a unique health and fitness coach online, aside from being a certified nutritionist, is that I can relate to my clients. They're all female. If they're 30 years old, I've been 30, but most of them are middle-aged, between 40 to 60. I'm not 60 yet. I'm 53. I'm close enough. But I can relate to them. We have a lot in common, right? Because we're the same gender. We all have menopause and perimenopause and all these kinds of things going on. So that is something that is important, is having that relatability. But back to the decision, is I made a really quick decision to work with this coach. It was a very, very significant investment. One of the most significant investments, the most significant investment I have ever made in myself, But like Warren Buffett said the other day when I was listening to him yesterday, actually, he said, investing in yourself is the biggest thing that you can do for yourself, and nobody can take it away from you. I really like that he said that. Nobody can take it away from you when you invest in yourself. And nobody is as important as you are. Think about it. The world wouldn't be the same without you. Your kids wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. And you wouldn't have the same siblings. Your dog wouldn't have the same owner, all these things. So you are the most important person there is. And the more you can invest in yourself, the better you are going to be. So think abundance. Think abundance. Think of all the things, all the possibilities that you can do. Live in the present, but focus on how you really want to feel and how you want to be in the future. What you want to do. Focus on all those things. Excuse me. And then take immediate action. Make decisions quickly. When you talk to someone, instead of, going back to your husband or a friend and dilly-dally and talking about it and wondering and putting this pros and cons and all these things, listen to your gut. And if it feels right, just do it. Just jump on in. Full body. Boom. Just jump on into the pool and get going. Because time is ticking and we only have so many hours in the day. We have so many days in the week. We're coming to the end of the year. And that's another thing I want to bring up. End of the year. Familiar people, what do? They set New Year's resolutions. Let me know in the comments if you are going to set a New Year's resolutions this coming New Year, and if you're willing to share what it is. But the familiar people set the New Year's resolutions. They set them every single year, and they're typically the same resolution over and over and over again. And typically that same resolution is to lose weight or to improve the health or to eliminate medication. It's usually a health-related goal. Let me know if you have been there as far as having a health-related New Year's resolution. So again, familiar people, they live more in the past. They look at themselves more as poor me. I have this going on. I can't do that. I'm short of time. I'm so busy. All these things. You make excuses. You play the victim because you are thinking about, you are letting the outside circumstances, you are letting those come in your way every day, and that's where you fall into the victimhood. So you get to resist a lot. You think more about lack. Maybe you always compare yourself to someone else. Maybe you're always looking for something better, looking for a better coach, looking for a better program, looking for a better diet, looking for a better boyfriend, all of these things. And with all of that is you don't implement. You don't take consistent action. Instead, you end up getting sidetracked. You have a lot of distractions, which we all have, but how can you help yourself to not have all these distractions? How can you do that? Ask yourself, how can I avoid some of these distractions? If you're just coming on, #live, let me know where you are watching from. I just have like 6 minutes left. If you have any questions, please pop them in here about feeling better versus feeling familiar. All right, love to know where you all are from. So, being better, being familiar, what would you like to be going into 2021? Do you want to be better or do you want to be familiar? Put it there in the comments if you want to be better or if you want to be familiar. So again, my name is Linda Terjesen. My company is LTLTE. It stands for Learn to Love to Exercise. This is my logo. I got it on one of these cool little pop sockets. And you can see Learn is the L, 2 is the barbell, the T, love is the heart, and then back to the T for 2 and back to the L. Learn to love to exercise is the barbell. So I'm a unique health and fitness coach. What does that mean? It means that I'm relatable to my clients. I work primarily with middle-aged ladies just like myself. I help them primarily with weight loss or body fat reduction. A lot of ladies come to me, they're struggling with that body fat, with the belly fat, with the muffin top, with the gaining in the middle, which is very common as we grow older. And they have a lot of accountability with me. That is what they like the most. That is what they need the most, is all the accountability, all the support. So ask yourself too, how important is support? How important is accountability? And especially if you don't have it at home, oh my gosh, you really, really need the support from someone outside, from someone who are you investing into, and not just somebody that you know, like your friend or your daughter or whatever. It is important to focus on yourself and to invest in yourself. Spend the time, spend the money, spend the effort on you, because that is how you're going to improve. That is how you're going to become a better person. And who doesn't want to become a better person? I do. Do you? Put better below, okay? And so the support, the accountability. I am a certified nutritionist, so I work with my clients on real food, on educating you on real food, because that, my friends, is how it's going to be sustainable, is the real food approach. It's not taking a bunch of medication, unless you have to, but my goal is really to help you reduce the medication as long as your doctor approves and you're at that place, but really cutting out all these supplements and all these powders and all the stuff that you don't really need, and instead focusing on real food, eating bread, being able to eat pasta and rice and have your chocolate and have your glass of wine. All of that is totally possible, and you can still stay healthy. How exciting is that? Write exciting below if that excites you. So focus on real food, educating you, sustainability, accountability, support, relatability, all of these things where you work with me one-to-one and in small group coaching, where you really end up learning a lot and we make it sustainable. We start with building the healthy habits like Marilyn was talking about, and then as that becomes more familiar, it turns into a lifestyle. As it becomes more automatic, it's something you just do, just like brushing your teeth. Does that make sense, y'all? And is that exciting that you can eat bread and have a glass of wine and still be healthy? I do. I just had a slice of bread now with cheese, and I have wine. I had wine last night with my mom. I also had chocolate. I also had cookies today, and I'm still healthy. Makeda, pasta once a month will work for me. I love pasta. Sometimes I have it several times a week. Sometimes I have it once a week. I definitely have it way more than once a month. And you can too, Makeda. You can too. Now, I have popped my link in the bio as far as booking a call. It's a free fitness breakthrough call just to see where you're at, what you're looking to achieve, for me to give you some tips and see if I can help you. So feel free, use that link to my calendar, book a call. Again, it's free, no obligations, and let's take it from there. I also have up above my Facebook group, so join it. I post in there every single day, and it'll help keep you motivated. Share this with someone else in the group who needs to learn, who needs to hear it. And if you get into my free Facebook group, add a friend in there so you can all be in there together. All right, any questions? If you're on the replay, hashtag replay, post them below. I will go back. I will look at all the comments, answer any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in LTLTE, Learn to Love to Exercise, Health and Fitness group, and I will see you again on my next live next Tuesday. All right, have a beautiful day, ladies. Take care, and thanks for joining.